about what could I do with that circle.
I have taught for 29 years. All 29 years have been in New Albany, Floyd County. I knew from get-go I wanted to be a teacher. I taught 16 years in special ed, came out and taught third grade for a year, then they switched me to fourth grade. Then we started developing math teacher leaders so that every building had someone to help them with math. I was one of those teachers. I loved it all. I liked the math, I loved the reading, I loved science, I loved social studies. So I loved teaching because I got to do all day. You went from one thing to the next. One of the main goals that we have is that to model and to work with teachers. Try to look at what they're teaching really by looking at what their students' needs are. And the next part of my job is sitting and figuring out the students that are struggling, what interventions are we going to do, how can we meet their needs? And then that's the fun part because I still get to work with kids because then I become a part of that intervention team that I work with small groups. I had difficulty in math. I had teachers that would stay after school and work with me, so math was one of my true weaknesses that I struggled with the entire time. And when the kids hear that, that's probably been one of the best things. That helps them see you can do it if you keep working at it.
Does everybody agree? Thumbs up if you agree.
So that's probably been one of the things that has helped me with students is be able to tell them that I struggled and be able to share those stories and then they don't feel alone. What I've really loved in education and what I really wanted to do is help someone else get where they needed. But there were so many times back then that no one knew how to help me. And so when I went through that and I knew the things that I had to by trial and error figure out for me, I wanted to be able to help kids and then be more successful faster instead of them going through all that I'd went through.
Kimberly McClure.
At the gala, I made the comment, it takes a village, and I believe that. It's not one person, it will never be one person, and if it is just one person, you don't make the impact that you could. That's probably one of the biggest things I love about New Albany Floyd County Schools. We have enveloped the collaboration, and it isn't just on paper. We live it every day, and it is what we all use, and rightfully so, because you can't. It takes all of us to make one child successful.